Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 5, I believe it is. This is either 5 or 6, you guys. The review, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so before we get started, I am very aware of the video that Carlos posted shortly after Real Housewives of Potomac aired last week, where he was able to more clearly explain what's going on with Wendy and Nneka. And what the bottom line is, what it looks like it is that Nneka had been trying to get on the show for a long time. They were having a hard time making a connection of why Nneka would even be on the show. They wanted to introduce Nneka apparently as a friend of Wendy's, given the Nigerian connection. Wendy did not want to do that because Wendy was pissed with production about the situation with Mia getting the drink thrown on her and feeling like production did not necessarily protect her. So, since they did not give Wendy a solid on that one, didn't throw her a bone, Wendy was not willing to throw the producers a bone and say that she knew Nneka, even though she did know of Nneka, but didn't necessarily know Nneka like that. Now, Nneka apparently was best friends with now apparently Nneka, the way that Wendy knew Nneka is because Nneka was good friends with Lebe, who is the cousin of the sister. No. Wendy's sister was best friends with, anyway, the connection with Lebe is Nneka was trying to use Lebe to get to Wendy, to get on the show, to get to know Wendy and talk to her and everything. But Wendy was being difficult because Wendy was upset about what had happened. But now it seems that Wendy is trying to downplay the connection that she had with Lebe. And excuse me if I'm saying her name incorrectly. But she's trying to downplay that connection and say that still doesn't mean that she would know Nneka. Okay, and Nneka is just saying, listen, you had Lebe at your kid's birthday that party that she gave. Remember that first season when she was on and she was doing the whole Nigerian celebration? Lebe was there and she said that she wanted her daughter to be like her. Now all of a sudden you don't know who she is. Which one is it? Then you want your daughter to be like a stranger? Why would you say something like that? So clearly Wendy has been kind of caught up. Even when Nneka said that to her, you could tell Wendy was like kind of not prepared. And I guess Wendy is still not trying to break that fourth wall and explain this whole thing. So that's why we as the viewer, when we watch this, it doesn't make all that much sense to us because Wendy is not really trying to give the full story. And I think now the girls may either know about it and just be trying to make it be more uncomfortable for Wendy, or they are genuinely confused about how all this is going down, this situation with Wendy and Nneka. I will still say that it's a shame that the two Nigerian women on the show, that it's played out this way. Even Karen said the same thing. It's a shame that, that's the way that it's being presented on the show, but that's how it's being done. Wendy gets upset, even calls the girl a crackhead, which is so not necessary. It's just like, okay, you shouldn't be calling her a crackhead because she didn't really do anything for you to say that she's a crackhead, But everybody is just upset, and I think Wendy is flustered and can't really, so here we are. But we gonna table Wendy and Nneka for now. Okay, but Karen was just like, we can't keep cutting each other down. That's what you guys do best. But whatever. They finished having that conversation. Let's just take a break. I'm just tired of it all and everything. So they get up and Candace goes over to Nneka and is trying to be kind of like the shoulder for Nneka and just tells her, like, I can tell that you were genuinely hurt back there. Candace was just trying to be there for Nneka. And then Wendy goes up to Candace and was just like, you know what, Candace, when it comes to like me and her, like Wendy she don't want nobody even to be discussing them or anything, to leave it alone. Okay. And Candace was like, I mean, I'll respect what Wendy said. I understand she's upset and everything, but Wendy ain't gonna be telling me who I can and can't talk to. Okay? So if I want to talk to Nneka, I can. So, yeah. I think Wendy is feeling like she is really, truly on an island all by herself. I mean, she has Candace and Karen kind of like an ally, but it's clear that Wendy is kind of fending for herself this season. So anyway, they leave that place and they're on their way back to the hotel, and they get in the car, and they talking to Wendy, and Wendy was like, she's just tired about this whole shrine conversation. People try to act like it's witchcraft and all of that, and no, they're Catholic, and some Catholics do have shrines. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know, but is this true that some Catholics do have shrines? I mean, I've seen the stereotype of it in like movies and things like that, but I can't say that I personally know anybody that's Catholic that has a shrine. But I think that also that's probably something very personal, and I wouldn't probably know that anyway. If they have a shrine, a little area in their closet, or just a little area hidden away where they can have whatever their prayers or what nots, But I'm just Catholic rock stars, y'all will have to enlighten me. But anyway, she's saying that it's not nothing wicked, scary, not normal. Wendy is just like, there's nothing left to salvage. There's nothing left to salvage to that relationship. There's nothing left. Nothing even started. Okay? That friendship was over before it even started. Where are we going now? The girls have gotten redressed and cleaned up and everything, and now we're headed off to dinner. So they all go downstairs. They all get into their individual vehicles. We're going to go eat. So once they get to the restaurant and they get seated and they're ordering their food, randomly, Wendy asks, who at the table swallows. Actually, they started kind of talking about sex, which is usually something that they can all agree on or laugh about. It's always a fun enough topic where, they're not going to fight. They're going to laugh and all of that. So, okay, who at the table swallows? And, of course, Robin raises her hand. I was like, I know Robin does, okay? I already knew it beforehand, But anyway, she was just like, yeah, she does it. And, of course, everybody is just like, The thing is, everybody is fucking grown, okay? If you with your mate, you know, shit happens. You get all kind of shit get to going down in that bedroom. It ain't really even nobody's business, Everybody is always like, oh, you swallow, and ain't my thing, but some people, that's what they do, So then they start talking about sex, and Karen was just like, I wouldn't mind getting peed on. I don't know. I think I would rather swallow than get peed on. I just don't know. I don't want to please don't pee on me. So then they were like, pee, men don't even drink water. You got some old thick ass, brown ass, beer soaked pee. Somebody peeing on you? Like, no, that's no. But hey, to each his own. Licking booty holes, peeing on them, swallowing, all that. Yeah, okay, so that's what, they all laughing about that and all. Of course Robin swallows. All Robin needs now is a bonnet. Okay, she just so happened to have a prop there. Puts the bonnet on, I guess she was likening Robin to the Handmaid's Tale, but Karen is always just, she's so quirky and strange. So then, while they're sitting there talking, Nneka starts to tell the girls how, it was the perfect time that she finally got on this show. Because, she had been trying to get pregnant for some time now, and she's been super stressed about that. So, this has just been welcome and all of that. Okay, so they can kind of relate to that. And like I said, the group is all pretty loosened up and everything. So Robin tells everybody that when they get back to the hotel, they can all come to her room. So they all go back to the hotel. They all go back to Robin's room. And then as soon as they get in there, Karen and Giselle decide that they are not staying. Okay, they're going to leave the rest of the girls to it. We'll see y'all in the morning. So it's always this group when they get to drinking and stuff. It's strange, but it's always this group. It's Mia. It is Robin, Candace, Wendy. Was Nneka there? I don't know if Nneka was there, because why I can't remember. But anyway, some of them left and the few stayed back. But the strange part that stayed back was, of course, Wendy, Robin, Candace and Mia, you know. But this is the group that likes to party and drink together. Okay, so Candace goes and puts on Robin's house shoes, and Robin was just like, this is so weird. Like, the girl is cursing me out one minute and then she's my friend the next. Like, Robin don't know what to make of Candace. Candace still wants to be friends with Robin, you know, but Robin, it's a lot of water under the bridge there. So Candace actually tells Robin, like, you know what, I want to sit and talk to you tomorrow. I think Robin is just so thrown off about it, she doesn't really know what to make of it. Okay, but I'm just like, I guess folks can't be fighting all the time, so we got to be trying to work out some sort of relationship, some sort of friendships, or who's gonna record with who. So maybe they can work it out. Now, the next day we see, you know, when the girls are getting ready to go out for the day, we see Nick on the phone with her husband. Her husband is just getting back in town from working or whatever, and she's telling him about this trip and how Wendy is still going on and on about the shrine and the mama and all that. And she was like, it's just crazy. She even called me a crackhead, you know, and he laughed. She was like, I'm glad you think it's funny. And he was just like, oh, you girls, you know. The day is getting started. The girls are going to meet up to get their day started. First we see Giselle talking to Robin and Ashley. And Giselle was like, Robin, I am so sorry. I left you behind yesterday with your enemies like that. You know, I shouldn't have did that. They all kind of was surprised that Candace even decided to stay back with Robin, you know, considering the history. Robin is just like, exactly, it's just been so weird. She's been shading me. She's been writing me. She's been talking about me. She got all these problems with me, yet and still, you know, yesterday we having fun and a good time. She was like, yeah, it's just very strange. It's just like everything is so weird on the show this season. The rest of the girls come down and Ashley tells them what they're going to do today. Okay. We gonna be painting coochies. Child, I don't know, you know, I don't know where Ashley comes up with these different activities, but you know, of course the ladies is just like, no, we not painting our coochies. And Ashley was like, you can paint whatever you want to paint. It doesn't have to be your actual puss. You can actually just have a representation of your puss. If you think of your puss as a rose, then draw a rose. Oh, okay, well, we can do that. So then Karen was just like, well, you know, I just wanted to say, Robin, you know, that with everything that has been going on lately, you know, I just wanted to tell you that anytime that you just speak to one particular person of the group, but you don't share with the group, you divide the group. And Robin was just like, first of all, I talk to people that reach out to me, that are concerned about me. I'm not dividing the group. Okay, I'm just talking about people who might care about me. And then Candace was like, okay, so then when I reached out to you, and Robin looked at her and she was like, are you serious? Like, are you really expecting me to say I should have talked to you when you put me through hell last season? And then Candace was just like, I went through hell as well, you know. And Robin was just like, but was that at my expense? And Karen was just like, yes, Robin, it was, because you did not give us your truth. You hid your truth. Okay, and Karen wants her to be accountable to this. While I can understand this conversation, and while I can understand that the ladies are mad and they just want to be able to lash out at somebody about what happened last season, honestly and truly, nobody on this show would probably go and volunteer this information if we was really gonna keep it 100, you guys. People's not really trying to just come to the group and tell this information like this, like that. Okay. And there's things that folks have not wanted to talk about on the show in the past, but they've had to face it, you know. Karen with the tax thing. I can think of like some of the bigger stories that have happened that I'm sure they wish that would have been hidden, that didn't get hidden. So that's why all of the ladies now are all over Robin, because Robin was successful in hiding her drama. And really, Robin is the dumb one, because Robin is the one that told on her own self. I would have just rolled out the blogs and let them have their gossip and all of that and just been like, fine, because But she obviously did not realize that it was gonna blow up to be even this big. So when they telling her, they fussing at Robin, and Robin is just getting really frustrated. Like, what do you guys want me to do? Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to beat up on me? Robin and Wendy both have this thing about them. When they don't really have a good comeback, they just be like, what you want me to do? You jealous of me? Oh, you want to fight me? It's to having like a regular conversation like a grown-up. So anyway, she is just like, you guys want to beat me up? No, girl, we don't want you to beat. We don't want to beat you up. We just want you to be accountable. Well, she's accountable. Like, what else do we want? What else do we want to get out of Robin? What do they want Robin to say? Do they want Robin to say, I lied, I'm sorry? I don't know what they want from Robin, but they still are going to. I mean, Robin is just going to have to go through it. That's just what it's going to be. When she started talking about Juan cleaning his phone off and all, though, and they was all looking at her like, girl, you are not helping this situation. The man already got a reputation for sneaking, lying, and all of that. And now you sitting up there saying he cleans off his phone like crazy, like, it's just like, that sounds like somebody that's hiding something, but that's just what I think. Giselle was looking at her like she was crazy. She was like, okay, I mean, I know that she loved Juan and everything, but yeah, maybe she could have kept that part to herself. But enough of that. Robin was just like, okay, you guys, Ashley was like, we're going to get the day started. Half of us is going to the cowboy boot shop, and then another half is going to the distillery. They can't all go to the same place, and then they're going to meet back up for lunch. They all picked out of a hat of who was going to go where, and one group we ended up having Ashley, Giselle, Karen, and Robin. It was supposed to be Candace, but she switched with Robin. And then in the other vehicle, it was Candace, Mia, Nneka. Okay, and the ones that was left. Okay, so half of them went to one place, half of them went to the other. The funny thing is, the group that's not really drinking anymore is the group that went to the distillery. We had Karen, Mia, Wendy, and Candace. They are all at the distillery. Karen has said that she's stopping drinking. Mia says she's not drinking. Wendy says she's not drinking. So it's like, y'all all at this distillery, and what we doing? They asking the man for some damn wine, and he was like, this is a distillery. We make whiskey and gin. Okay, this is a distillery, not a fucking winery. Y'all gonna drink this whiskey, or you ain't drinking nothing. Okay, so they do a couple little whiskey shots, 400 proof and all this extra strong shit. And then the other ladies are over at the cowboy. They didn't really even show the ladies over at the cowboy boot place. Not much anyway. The distillery, when they all sit down and they're just kind of talking, and there's a crow that's flying around, Mia, just making a joke, was like, ooh, Wendy, that ain't your mama, is it? And Wendy was like, don't do that, And then finally, Wendy kind of let a wall down enough to kind of explain. Oh, this is when actually she explains about the Catholicism and the shrines and all of that, and why it's not evil, and the fact that, her mother, this is a strong woman who raised her by herself, and, she really has respect for her mom. She don't play about her mom. I mean, nobody plays about their mama if they love their mama. Like, you can't just be talking crazy about my mama. She doesn't like the fact that people are misunderstanding their traditions and their customs and their, the things that the Nigerians do. And I'm just like, well, nobody has really taken time to explain it to us. You guys have definitely let them use your culture in a derogatory way, and it's too bad. But, Wendy actually started to cry, and that's when Mia was like, okay, I can see that this is real serious. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to tease you no more about it. Okay, thank you. Now, the other group, like I said, they didn't really show them too much, even though there was a part when Nneka is explaining to the girls how she's been married for a year and a half, and they haven't had, like, their Nigerian wedding, though. The regular wedding was a bit of a mess, so she's waiting to have her Nigerian wedding, and that's going to be the big special razzle dazzle that she wanted. And so they're just like, oh, okay, that should be really nice. They feel bad, for bringing Nneka into the group with all of this. And she was just like, no, she loves being around you guys. Everything is fine. No, the problem is actually Wendy, not Nneka. Nika was like, I love being around you girls. You guys can choose me as the favorite Nigerian. But anyway, we all get back in our cars. We all go to the next location. Remember, we're all meeting for lunch. So when they get there, you know, and the group is all here, Nicka's still talking about her husband and the fact that he's a bit of a, I don't know what the term was that she said, but he's like sort of like a chief in their one of their customs is, you know, when you get to be in a higher position, you are regarded to and revered, I guess, that way. And so her husband has achieved that status in their culture, in their tribe. She was just like, yes, granted to some people actually pay for their position. And they were like, really? People pay for it? And Robin was just like, yeah, like me and Karen, how you guys have paid for your blue check on Twitter. And they were like, what? We don't pay for that. We don't pay for that. They were like, yes, you do. Because that's the only way that you can have the blue check is if you pay for it. You know, so they going back and forth. They don't pay for it. They ain't paying for it. It's like, yes, you are. Somebody in your camp is paying for you to have Twitter. Karen is still maintaining that she's innocent, that she didn't pay for that. Then Ashley tells them that they're going to play chicken shit bingo, that it's a, you know, everybody in Austin does it. It's like a regular thing. You have to do it if you come to Austin. And they're like, chicken shit bingo. You know, Karen, I can't eat chicken. I don't want to be around the dirty bird. I don't do the dirty bird. But yeah, chicken shit bingo looks like it might be a good time. Mia was like, yeah, we got to get out there and have a good time. You know, find you a man. And Ashley was just like, yeah, well, I'm working on it. So then they were like, so what's going on with you in this divorce? Are you getting a divorce? Yeah, she's still getting a divorce. But of course, nobody is really believing this, because Ashley, every time that divorce comes up, it's a whole bunch of hemming and hawing. Okay. But I guess since we talking, what about this lawsuit? Okay, everybody real quiet. Then Mia was just like, what's going on with the lawsuit, Candace? Aren't you in a lawsuit with Ashley's husband? And Candace was just like, yeah, we not talking about that. I'm choosing not to talk about that with this group. So then Robin was just like, well, you know what? How about we get a list of things that we can and can't talk about? Because, and in Robin's defense, I mean, you guys want to talk about Robin and Juan, but don't nobody want to talk about this damn legal matter. Okay. And that's Candace's point. Yes, it's a legal matter, Robin. Don't be dumb. You know that we don't talk about legal matters when it's a court case ongoing. Like how you spoke about Juan, you know, you probably shouldn't even have talked about Juan at the reunion, you know. So then they showed about when Robin was taking up for him and saying that he didn't do anything improper. So then Wendy was just like, what do you mean he didn't do anything improper? It was a Title IX offense. And Robin was just like, it was not a Title IX offense. He was not charged with a Title IX offense. You don't know what you're talking about. So then Wendy, with her lawyer's degree and everything, she starts to explain about the Title IX offense and all of that. And Robin is getting upset because he wasn't charged with that. But Wendy is like, yeah, that's the reason why he got fired. It was a Title IX violation. Robin, I don't know if Robin has on her rose-colored blinders or if she really is making the fact that, you know, Juan didn't. I don't know. Of course, Robin is going to take up for Juan. It's probably best that Robin just doesn't say anything. But I know that Robin feels pinned against the wall, that she has to do something. She can't just sit there and let them say incorrect things about her husband. But, you know, so they're going on and on saying that he was a Title IX violation. She's getting frustrated about that. That is not true. So anyway, all that they you know, irritated. Let's go play chicken shit bingo. Let's just go play chicken shit bingo. So they all get back into the vehicles and they're on their way back to go change to go play chicken shit bingo. And when they're in the vehicle, you know, they asked Robin if she was okay. And Robin is not okay. And Robin was just like, she's just pissed about the fact that Wendy brought up the whole Title IX violation and she just knows nothing. She does not know what she's talking about. That is so incorrect. And then she starts crying. She was just like, I just don't know what you guys want from me. Like, I haven't done anything to any of you guys. Okay. And, you know, for everybody to just be beating up on Robin, you know, I mean, I know that the people out there that hate Robin are going to be like, oh, well, I don't hate Robin, but I am almost sort of like, oh, well, Robin, I mean, you kind of know how it goes on this show. Nobody is friends. Nobody really cares about each other. You know, kind of everybody is willing to throw each other under the bus. And in this situation with Juan, that story being so big, and then the fact that Giselle was trying to really, Robin is paying for Giselle. And that is really too bad. But it's like Robin has been Giselle's sidekick all this time. So it's just like, well, you had set yourself up being her ace boon coon and everything. But now, truly, Robin hasn't done anything to anybody. But this is the best way that everybody can stay mad at Giselle is to get through, is through Robin. So now Robin has to go through this. So that's kind of like the bad part about it. But it's just sort of like, well, Robin, I mean, everybody has had their scandal. This is just your time. So I can't really say anything, but what kills me is that the ladies will beat up on each other and go off on each other and do all of this. And then the minute somebody get to crying, oh no, Robin, don't cry. Don't cry. It was just like, do you want her to not cry or do you want her to cry? Are you beating up on her or not? Are you trying to, are you trying to make her upset? Or like, what are y'all trying to do? Like, what is happening? When they was all, no, Robin, don't cry, I was just like, oh, God. Child, this show is on the line, you guys. I'm not going to cut Real Housewives of Atlanta yet. I am going to do another season of Real Housewives of Atlanta because I just want to see what this next season is going to be. But this season is the deciding season for Potomac. I've decided. I'm loving Marriage Huntsville is it. This is it for me for loving Marriage Huntsville. And this may be it this season for Potomac. Okay? But anyway, that's it, y'all. What y'all thought about this episode? All right, you guys, let me get off of here. My hand is numb from holding this damn stand. Make sure you thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'm Roxanne. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.